What is going on, guys? Newbles here. Ha ha. And today, guys, we're going to be playing some more of the SkyFactory for modded Minecraft. So I'm sure you can see a few things are different from the last episode. It has been a while since I last uploaded. I've just been busy with work and life and whatnot. But yeah, I added a bunch of barrels. This is gonna just make it a lot easier to store all of the items we're getting. AFK'd here for a little while. The stuff is spawning in really good, actually. The skeletons and spiders especially, because I've put a lot of clocks into those. But we're gonna have to get more clocks and stuff like that. But for this episode, I think the plan is to get the Applied Energistics storage. That's what we're gonna try and go for. I'm not particularly sure still how to get the boron and lithium and whatnot for what we need for the presses, but I think I figured something out. It looks like the laser drill, we can use that inside of the Lost City biome, and that's gonna allow us to get the resources that we need. So I was looking at how to build this, and it looks like we need a blue slime data model, and I'm not particularly sure how to level this up. I guess we're gonna have to go try and find some blue slime somewhere, so I might have to look into how to do that. But I've also already made a few things, as you can see. It looks like the growth accelerators, that's not really how you do it. I'm not really sure why these are in here, because it doesn't look like that's how the crystals grow. You actually use it in one of the infusing station or whatever. Yeah, the infusing factory, that's what you use to grow the crystals on here. So it's a little bit different than the classic modded Minecraft, but I've just kind of been working on that very slowly. I haven't really done much at all, actually. So I'm just going to keep working towards that. Once we get the laser drill, or figure out how to, where is this? Age of Storage, here it is. Once we figure out how to get all of that stuff, the boron and lithium and whatnot, we will be able to hold a lot of items. So that's gonna make everything a lot easier. One of our main limiting factors actually is our storage. As you can see, it's filling up very quickly. We've had to do some management with our wood and all of our acorns, and I've been pulling all the leaves out and throwing them in as best as I can for our power. So I'm gonna just work on that a little bit. Once I figure something out, maybe how to get the blue slime, or how to progress a little bit better, I think I'll be back. But until then, I'm just gonna do some research and maybe just try and figure some stuff out so I can have something ready for you guys. Alright guys, so I think I have figured out what we need to do in order to get the laser drill. As you can see, I threw a lot of slimy grass down here because I was trying to get a bunch of blue slime to spawn, because I was trying to get the pink slime, but I figured out how to do that. So what you need to do is build a mob slaughter factory, and that will give you liquid meat and pink slime. And we just used our spawners here with the slaughter factory, and that will give us the bucket of pink slime. You can use a bucket, and I'll go ahead and show you. Oh, I didn't pull it out. These buckets have a problem with stacked. Barrels have a problem with the stacked buckets. Okay, so what you have to do is place the liquid pink slime down. And then after a while, a pink slime will spawn out of that source block, and then you kill it, and that will give you a pink slime. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw this back in there because I've got enough slime right now in order to make the laser drill. So let's go ahead and see what we need to get this. I know the pink slime was the hardest part, so from what I understand. Okay, so we need another diamond gear. That should be very easy. Glowstone, machine chassis. Oh, we need some wood. Just go ahead and get a couple of pieces of wood. Okay. And now we are going to have to build the machine chassis, and that will allow us to get, oh, we're also missing, looks like we need iron fence glass. Is that, oh no, we just need any form of glass. Okay. I think I might have some glass over here. Yes, I do. Okay. Throw that down, and now we have the laser drill. So now what we're gonna have to do is go to the Lost Cities biome or world dimension, I'm sorry. And when we get there, I'm going to place all this stuff down. I'm going to need an ender chest or something, a chest of some sort, to supply it with power, and I'll also need to make some sort of chunk loader. So let's see if there's anything like that. I do believe I saw something in here for chunk loading, so I'm gonna figure that out. Chunk load 5x5 area, so I guess that's what we're gonna have to build. And then whenever I get all that set up, hopefully we'll be able to get the boron and lithium that we need in order to get the Applied Energistics up and running, so that we can ditch these old crappy chests and move up to something a little bit better. After that, I do believe we're going to have to upgrade our power system, because we're still just using all the leaves from our tower here, which is working fine, but we just need something a lot more efficient, because our chests or our machines aren't able to run as good as they can, and we can't actually put all of our upgrades on these without them running out of power, just because the generators aren't very good at all. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw up the laser drill, and when we get a few of the lithium and boron and whatnot, I'll come back and we can go ahead and build this Applied Energistics system. Alright guys, so this is what I have come up with. As you can see, we're in the Lost Cities biome. Pretty notorious for lagging, and I actually just built the laser drill. As you can see, lagging pretty hard. I actually just built the laser drill right here on the starter platform. It's gonna make it a lot easier just to get in here, access it, and get out relatively quickly. This is our weirding gadget, which is the chunk loader. I went ahead and built a few more laser drills, because it seems the laser drills all add up to put in work on the laser base, and then once the work is complete, it generates the ore. And as you can see, we actually already got 1 lithium, so we are good to go in that sense. One other thing we're gonna need is boron for ferroboron, and we are gonna have to do the same thing here, the same thing as we have here. I just think I'm gonna build another one probably over here. The frames are pretty terrible in the Lost City while I'm recording, but I'm just gonna build another one over here with the gray lens, because that's what you need in order to get boron. You need the gray laser lens. So yeah, that's gonna be the next step, I do believe. Having both of these here with the, wow, the frames are pretty bad, with the chunk loader is gonna make it pretty easy just to passively gain the ore. So I'm gonna go ahead and set up the other one with a gray lens, and once I get enough ore, hopefully we can go ahead and get started on the Applied Energistics system. Alright guys, so I have went ahead and made the other mining laser down in the Lost City Lost City dimension. I got a piece of boron, as you can see, and now we are going to finally, after all this time, craft the engineering press. We're also going to have to make the calculation press, which I do believe we can... Oh no, we need another piece of boron. Well, once we get one more piece of boron, we'll be able to make the engineering press. I don't think this gives 2. I do believe this is only 1. So if it is only 1, then we're out of luck. But if it's 2, then we'll be able to go ahead and make both the presses. And once we get both of those, we'll be able to start. I don't really want to get started on the Applied Energistics until we have all of the presses. And then we will pretty much, I think instead of having it all right here, we might make another area. This is a pretty good base of operations, I guess, for the moment. So I might just leave all of this here. And then we will go somewhere else, maybe over here, or make our house or something like that, so that we can have a better base of operations. As you can see, I went AFK for a while, and now my game is having a hard time. So yeah, let's see if we can go ahead and get this going. It's taken a long time to get this boron to smelt. I put it in there a pretty good while ago. So pretty much what we're gonna do is throw this in here. We're using the melter again, or the yeah, I think I do believe this is called the melter, or the no, just the alloy tank. Yeah, but let's see some other things we can do as well. We are on the age of storage. The first thing it's wanting us to make is a logic processor. Energy cell. This is just the classic stuff we need. Yeah, I guess this is really all it's telling us to create. It's not. It seems like it's going to be relatively easy compared to normal Applied Energistics. I'm not sure why, but the growth accelerators weren't working the last time I tried to use them. So what I was having to do, I do believe, was infuse the seeds, and that actually allowed us. To get the seeds and stuff growing. I don't know why they even have those in here if you can't use them in the pack, but yeah. Alright, we're getting the ferroboron in here. Seems like we did get 2 ingots. I don't think it takes 2. Oh my. This takes a lot more than I thought. That is not good. That is not good. Wow, I really should have looked into how much it took. It takes a whole block of ferroboron. Oh my, so we might have to do a lot of AFKing, and I guess I'm just going to have to leave this here. That is unfortunate. Wow. Well, I guess I'll let the drills keep going. I might just try and figure out something else to do. This might have to be something we get into next episode. But at least we got this done. Up to this point, that was actually the hardest part of the Applied Energistics, I do believe, was getting those drills set up. I haven't seen any other things that'll obstruct us from moving forward after that. So yeah, I guess I'm just gonna let that go, and I'm gonna try and figure something else we can do for the rest of this episode. Alright guys, so this is what I have come up with. After thinking about this for a while, and actually going AFK for a little while, I wasn't getting very much resources. I mean, I was getting plenty of resources, just very little boron and lithium. I actually didn't get any more lithium. I got 1 more boron, so I put that through the manufactory and got the dust, and turned the dust into the mud bucket, and that allows you to get resources from pigs and whatnot. So you throw the bucket onto the pigs. So we had a few pigs, and and I also set up just a small power generation. It's not very good. Pigs are not very good at generating power, but we're gonna have these guys running around for us, just generating some lava in the lava fabricator. also not a very efficient way of getting lava, so we're gonna have to look into some other power methods. But we're still running the just the combustion generator with the leaves, and we have an animal feeder and an animal grower, and what this is going to do is automatically breed and grow our pigs, so that we'll be able to get a lot of these types of pigs in our pen here. And then once we have that, I'm going to build an animal baby separator. See, just bred the pigs just then. There should be another little baby somewhere. Looks like that was. Looks like I bred the wrong ones. We might have to. It'll probably sort itself out, or I'll have to go and pick through. But it looks like the boron are multiplying rather quickly. But yeah, I think that's going to be the quickest way to get the materials that we need. So let me see if I missed anything. I don't believe so. The baby separator, we're gonna get that after we get some pigs in here, get enough population going where they should be good, and I'll probably turn the feeder off after we have that going. So that's gonna allow us, as you can see, the pig grew rather quickly. So that's gonna get us the resource bacon. Let's see if you can just do bacon. Yeah, okay, as you can see, you can get a bunch of different types of bacon, and the boron bacon, well, that's Invar bacon, steel bacon, it turns it into the resource that you need by crushing it. So that is the method I think we're gonna do. Maybe if I use a looting sword or something, you can probably get more. I'm not particularly sure. So I'm probably just gonna go AFK a little bit longer here. It seems like that's pretty much all I've been doing here lately, but I'm just gonna go AFK again and just let these populate so that we're able to get enough boron to hopefully get the Applied Energistics going. So yeah, I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I've changed some things up since the last time. It seems that the feeders only work with 35 or less mobs inside of the area. So I just went ahead and made two small areas, one with lithium, one with boron, with two smaller feeders. Their areas just fit inside of the fence. We can fit just as many pretty much inside of the area, so it's not that big of a deal. Our feeder, or our grower and baby separator, I added the baby separator and also added a small little area. Right now I'm just killing them with the sword. I will have to add a fortune add-on probably to a either a mob crusher or something along those lines. Probably just gonna grab the mob crusher again. That will give us the bacon. I've already ran this a little bit, and let me show you what I got. Oh, it's already in my inventory. I got 20 lithium and 41 boron just using my luck sword on the pigs, because I had to clean them up a bit because there were way too many. The feeder wasn't working. So that is what we've got so far. It's actually working very well, a lot quicker than the drill. The drill is just somewhat of a precursor item. It just allowed us to get the boron and lithium so that we could advance quicker using the pigs. Also, as you guys just saw, I set up an automated plastic farm because I was really having a problem getting plastic. So pretty much just what I did was I already had the fluid tree extractor and the latex processing unit. I'm just pumping the latex into the processing unit from the fluid extractor. We're using mineral wood with a block placer, which automatically replaces the block when this is gone. We have a water condensator, which is collecting the water, pumping it into the barrel as just a buffer. throwing the water into the latex processing unit so it can create the latex. It is taking the tiny dry rubber and throwing it into an auto crafter, which auto crafts it into the dry rubber, and then the dry rubber gets pumped into the smelting factory, which then puts it into the crate. So that's just a simple little automation for the plastic. I do believe we're gonna have to get some different power sometime soon, because we're running out of leaves. Our leave method is actually not very sustainable. As you can see, our ender chest is completely gone, and we're only using that, it seems, in one area, and I do believe that is down on the drills. I also have been farming carrots non-stop. I've got them automatically being placed. It seems like this is overflowing. Oh yeah, it's not able to pull the carrots out quick enough, so I'm gonna have to figure out something for that. But yeah, I've just been farming carrots for the pigs. Yeah, so our next step, probably, we're gonna work on the AE system. I'm not sure if we're gonna actually be able to get to that this episode, but in between this episode and the next episode, I am gonna work on figuring out what we're gonna do about power. And then once I figure that out, that will help us out to be able to run our AE system and get some more sustainable power. The pigs, as you can see, running on their little treadmills is not very efficient. We've only got 3 buckets of lava, and I'd say it was probably over the course of maybe 2 to 3 hours, so that's not very good. And they actually gained a little bit of power just as they ran more and more speed. So yeah, so I'm gonna work on figuring out what we're gonna do about power. It seems like we're gonna have to go for the nuclear craft generators. We can actually make there's a furnace. We can actually start making some of this tough alloy, since we have lithium and boron. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and craft the last 2 presses, and we should be good to go after that. We can start on the Applied Energistics systems. Alright guys, and with that, I went ahead and smelted our stuff, and we have all 4 presses now, which is great. Unfortunately, we are running out of time for this episode. Yeah, so I'm definitely going to work on, in between episodes, I'm going to work on getting some of the items we need. It seems like we're pretty much good to go, so I might just set up an area. I might take out all these furnaces, because we don't really use these anymore. As for the tinker's tables and stuff, that's really something, not something we use too much, so I think I'm going to move that. Also, I created a little self-sustaining power and lava generation area over here. So what I did was made an auto clicker, and I'm feeding in cobblestone into it, and it is automatically inserting it into the cauldron. We have the torch under it, so that is auto making lava. The fluid extraction cable is pumping it into our metal drum, and the lava from the metal drum is being pumped into these 2 generators. And our auto clicker is set on 4, so we are making slightly more power than we're using. It looks like we're making about 50 or so bonus RF per, I think, 20 ticks. Yes, per 20 ticks. So so yeah, that's actually giving us a lot of lava. That's going to be excellent whenever whenever we're using more on tinker's tables and stuff. I think what our next step is going to be, we've got this is a decent power generator now. We don't necessarily have to move to nuclear craft right yet, just because this is actually getting us a lot of lava, and we can use lava generators now as our next tier of generators. And if worse comes to worse, I could try and find a way to farm ender pearls, and I know those are slightly better than the lava generators. We have the end unlocked, so that wouldn't be too hard actually. If we could find a way to farm ender pearls, we could use those as power as well. But For now, I think our next course of action is, of course, get with the Applied Energistics, but also I think I'm going to set up an area for smelting, because as you can see, we are getting a lot of amber and stuff, but we're really having a bottleneck with actually smelting our ores and stuff, and we're running out of space, so we really don't have anywhere to put them either. So yeah, so as you can see, we have a lot of resin and stuff. But yeah, I think I'm gonna set up the Applied Energistics and maybe a place to smelt some stuff in between episodes, and we will have that ready. I might put it over here, maybe, I'm not sure. I'll have to figure something out. I think I'm gonna put our power and stuff over here. We've got a little extra area, we can connect this all together, so it's gonna look pretty nice. I'll also start maybe putting some archways or something around here. I'm not sure really the decorative aspect that we can what we can do there, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna work on that stuff in between episodes. But for now, I am gonna end the episode here. We're getting close to around 20-25 minutes, I do believe, somewhere around there after editing. But yeah, thank you guys. If you enjoyed the video, just remember to leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.